Okay, ladies, this is Michelle Oliver, and as promised, I want to go through some of these statistics. I'm also going to go through the details of the program because I think people may be having questions. And this slide deck will be updated. There will probably be some changes made to it, but I couldn't wait for my team to make a perfect slide deck. I'm just too excited about sharing this. So here you go. You get a break from seeing my face and you get to look at some real statistics that I know are going to there are so many of them, but this is going to blow you away. Okay, so look at the statistics. I'm going to read these and then I want to talk very briefly about each one. Entrepreneurial activity among the over 50s has risen by more than 50% since 2008, according to the latest Global Entrepreneurship Monitor report. Now, over the last couple of years, I don't know what the numbers are right now or what the percentage is, but we all know that the pandemic has affected everyone in the last 2 years. Women are leaving the corporate environment. People are looking at different ways to gain more lifestyle freedom and be around their grandkids, their kids. Family has become more important. So there are a lot of factors, as you can imagine. Okay, number 2, the highest rate of entrepreneurship worldwide, not just in America, where 34 million seniors want to start a business, has shifted to the 55 to 64 age group, which is great for us. With people over 55 almost twice as likely to found successful companies than those between 20 and 34. Now, some people say, okay, if we looked more deeply into the statistics, that could be because there is more financial security, they may have more capital, they have bigger networks. I mean, there's a whole litany of reasons why. But there are also many women who are leaving corporate environments. There are women who are not doing well financially, and they know that they still have an opportunity, but they just don't know how to go about it. I know many women who, after the age of 60, are starting businesses. They're learning, they're upgrading their skills. We'll get into this later, but the opportunities are there for everyone. It doesn't matter your status. Okay, number 3, 5 years after the business startup, 70% of ventures established by senior entrepreneurs were still in operation, compared to 28% of enterprises established by younger entrepreneurs. Older, more experienced entrepreneurs have higher success rates when they start companies because they have accumulated expertise in their fields. They have a deep knowledge of their customers' needs. They have years of developing a network of supporters, which could include financial backers. Now, again, there's a much longer list that we will be going into if you wind up like connecting with our group or whatever, but you can imagine how long this list is, because there's also, think of the social skills that you have. It's real life knowledge. It's wisdom, it's expertise, it's communication skills, it's organizational skills, it's time, it's everything that makes up who you are. Okay, let's move on. So if you can dream it, you've all heard, if you can dream it, you can achieve it, right? If you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it, that kind of thing. So my question to you right now is, if you can dream it, what would it be? What is the dream? What is that thing? What do you want? What do you really, really want? That question we're going to dive very deeply into. It's never what you think, and it's never what you think you think. There's so much opportunity, and to really ask yourself these questions. What is it? If I could have anything, if I could wave the magic wand, if my dreams could come true, what would it be? What do you want? What's truly important to you? And then you go deeper and ask, okay, what else? And that can go on for a long time. It's making the space and the time for that. And why would you do this for you? Why should you do it for you? These are questions I just don't have time to go into right now, but I want to dive deeper into these things, and some of the videos on my YouTube channel will go into this, but this is the kind of stuff we're going to explore. Okay, next, back to stats. According to the 1 in 3 research sponsored by the Association for Enterprise Opportunity, listen to this. If 1 in 3 micro enterprises in the United States hired an additional employee, the U.S. would be at full employment. Now, a micro enterprise, I don't know what the exact definition of that is, but I'm going to be looking it up as soon as I'm off of here with you. In other words, it could be a craft that you turn into a business. It could be an Etsy business. It could be anything that you are hiring anyone. You could be hiring a salesperson. You could be the idea person and hiring an integrator. It could be a systems person, a marketing person. I mean, what a miracle. Can you just imagine the impact of that? If everybody had time freedom, lifestyle freedom, and they supported one other person in doing the same, that is incredible. Okay, number 2, senior entrepreneurs drive new digital business opportunities as they increase demand for technology, products, services, e-commerce to facilitate their startups. That's basically, I just covered that. It's the butterfly effect, right? You flap a wing, it affects everyone. Corporations like Ernst & Young are now recognizing that experienced workers not only have great ideas for making procedures and processes more efficient, but their innovations also produce significantly higher returns for the company than those of workers in younger age groups. Productivity is actually increased 20% at a minimum when a company fosters mentoring across generations in the workplace. Now, this really falls into a category I'm going to address in a minute, but oh my gosh, the power of mentorship both ways. I'll tell you, in the last 6 years, when I lost a business 6 years ago, I have spent the last 6 years learning things that were way outside my comfort zone. Although I don't know that I have a comfort zone. I've just always learned whatever I needed to learn to grow, to be the person that I needed to be to grow my business. But the digital landscape changes so rapidly, and I have spent the last 6 years learning about not just improving sales, although I've been in sales basically my whole life, but negotiation, sales, it's digital marketing, and I have learned everything. And then I keep learning because there's more and more and more and more. It's impossible to master all of it. But there are people that love to do Instagram. There are people that are very good at Facebook. I have some of these people on my team. They are out there. Okay, number 4. UK entrepreneurs aged 50 and over, dubbed olderpreneurs. I hate that name. I don't know. Let's come up with a much better name, ladies. Okay, that just I don't like it. Are capitalizing on the government's recent introduction of pension freedoms in April. I love this. They're opting to take their tax-free cash lump sum to create wealth rather than go on cruises, and that is just really smart. Okay, if you can dream it. Now, if you can dream it, you can accomplish it. But also, if you can dream it, you can doubt it, right? That's just a fact. If you can dream it, you're going to have doubts too. So I want to talk about, what if you followed through on this dream? And if you can't do it for you, you can do it for them. You can leave a legacy. You can impact. You can add value. Okay, so here we have this major conglomerate who has instituted a cross-mentoring system. And this is where the older employees are showing younger ones the ropes. while at the same time getting an update on the latest skills from these new hires. It works both ways. What about building these relationships, these communities? We don't have these villages. We don't have these mentorships. Let's build one. I want to build a village where we are doing this. We are mentoring younger people and learning from them. We are building businesses, providing what we have, the work ethic, the communication skills, the social skills. I mean, it just goes on and on. More financial institutions are seeing the numbers of seniors who wish to start business. They see it as good business. So the data is now documenting their success rates because the positive indicators are that this is a new market opportunity for everyone. Number 3, innovation and entrepreneurship are not ends in themselves. They seriously, absolutely are means to improve the life on planet Earth, the human condition. Here we go back to dreaming. If you can dream it, ask for help. So who has gone before you? And let's do it like them. Check out these stats. I know you've always secretly admired the New Zealanders. There's something magic about New Zealand. I don't know what it is. But New Zealand is leading the way, along with Iceland, Israel, and countries in Scandinavia. Of course, they've led the way in a lot of interesting areas. But in harnessing the economic power of older workers, New Zealand baby boomers are very independent. They don't view themselves as old. They're not relying on the next generation to generate the income necessary to keep them in the style they desire, and they expect to pay their own way all their lives. Let's show them up. Let's have a competition. If anyone on here is from New Zealand, we love you. Come and show us, help us grow our attitude. We must take this position. Okay, Finland, which has a long history. They've done some amazing things. Many years ago when I started homeschooling my kids, I studied their educational system. I learned so much. And they have an incredible way of integrating generations into programs for everyone. So they declare experience as one of their greatest natural assets, which of course it is, duh. Worldwide, seniors with their knowledge, skills, and expertise can make it easier for young entrepreneurs to start a business. Of course. Okay. So what do you think? The thing is, the dream comes from your heart, okay? We know a lot now about neuroscience. I'm not going to go into all this, but integration between head and heart. That's how America was built. This is how we build businesses. It's head and heart integration. And so now we're going to jump back into the head, okay? What might stop you? And it's really knowing why you're doing it, what you are doing, who you are, and how to do it. That, again, is something very deep that we'll go into later. But tools are needed to help the 50-plus translate their experience into the skills and entrepreneurial mindset they need to start a business. I'm going to say that again, because this is a huge percentage of what I do. Providing the tools, and these can be inner and outer tools, that are needed to help 50-plus translate their experience into the skills and entrepreneurial mindset they need to start a business. Every single one of these points I could spend an hour discussing, and I know I'm racing through this. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to work together. Number 2, it's so important to have actual incubators and accelerators in place. This is what we're building, and we are partnering with amazing people, which I will tell you about in the future. Okay, the need for building and connecting communities of innovation locally, nationally, and internationally. That's what this is about. The need to mix disciplines and experience to foster intergenerational entrepreneurship mentoring. That's what this is about. Innovation and entrepreneurship are not ends in themselves. They are means to improve the human condition. I cannot say it enough that this is a mission, a huge undertaking with tiny little steps, and we can move fast. And that is so empowering. Okay, this is what you bring to the table if you want to get involved. And I apologize for the repeated images. I wanted to get this to you and didn't take the time to go in and update images. Okay, so what you're going to bring to the table is you. You are this massive, delightful, brilliant you. I don't know what you're bringing to the table in terms of your experience, your history, your relationships, your interests, the things you did, the things you didn't do, why you did them, why you didn't do them, your inner traumas, your outer traumas. Everything about you is a powerhouse. And I guarantee, even if you're extraordinarily successful and competent, that you have no idea how big an impact you can actually make. So I just ask you to bring curiosity about that and the courage to take on a beginner's mind, the courage to step into a new you, to unravel whatever fixed mindset you have, because I guarantee you've got one. We all do, especially by the time, we have things in place that have worked for us. And now it's time to unravel some of those and step forward more into actual power and let go of force. This is the time to do that. That's where the creativity comes in, of building a business. Or it could be whatever else you're doing. It doesn't have to be a business. It's just that you have an opportunity to create a legacy and monetize your value, which is extraordinary. Again, this is a weekend of conversations, but here's what we bring to the table. Us. We are you. We are many versions of you. We have inner traumas, outer traumas, inner successes, inner failures, outer success and failure. We have experience, we have skills, we have relationships, we have networks. We bring ourselves to the table, all of ourselves. We don't have to hide anything. It's not a corporate environment. It's us being us. It's so darn simple that it's easy to miss. And there are things to let go of. So it's, first of all, being curious about the value. The courage is usually on letting go of stuff. And it's so incredible how when you just let go of certain areas, you don't even have to build so much. It's like the spontaneous action comes to play. And that's why I'm always talking about power versus force. And then creativity. There we are back at it. We're creative as we work together. When you come together as a community, it's like a think tank, and with people who have thoughts and experience, and we heal together, we grow together, we rise together, we build, and there is tremendous power in that. So I didn't intend to do this initially, but I do want to share the details of the program. Things that you're going to see in here, some little things will change, and obviously there's a lot of content, but I do want to share with you because I know people are probably wondering why. So this is where it begins. The program schedule is going to begin November 1st, and it goes like this. November through April. If you come on board with this, you will have private coaching, one-on-one. That coaching is going to be with me for the first 6 months. There will also be a weekly group training. There will be accountability, and we'll have guest experts, etc. I'm going to go more deeply into this in the next slide. In May, we'll have a launch. That could be a launch of your business. It could be, depending on what else you're doing. Everything is customized, but basically it's a launch of your business. And we will also have a live event, unless we have to have a virtual one, but we might have both options. If we do it live, we maybe will offer it as a virtual as well. Okay, then starting at the same time, May through October, everything segues into a mastermind. And that is the people that have gone through this program. Working together, we'll have guest experts come in, we'll continue the accountability, and it will actually become a true mastermind. October, we will be, if you want to keep going, then we've got this second thing, okay? I missed part of it in here, so I've got to go back and fix this slide. But October, then we run October, let's see, we're May through October. Okay, so we're ending May through October. This is where we're going to have an October event, and sorry, I made a mistake on the bullet points, but October event, and that event will also be the kickoff for that same group to upgrade and scale their business and basically go into a second higher level version of this. And it will also be the beginning of a new group of people coming in. I'm going to tell you how that's going to work in a second. So let me back up here. November through April, this is the format. You're going to have one-on-one private coaching 3 times per month. So every week for 3 weeks out of the month, the second week of every month is probably the week that we will not have coaching. We'll have it first, third, and fourth weeks of every month. That's going to be one-on-one with me. And then once per week, we'll have a group training where we will have experts coming in, many guests, and also small group breakout sessions. We will be having accountability partners, so you'll have like success buddies or whatever you guys want to call them, budettes, ladies of luxury, I don't know, we'll come up with a name. And then we'll have a private Facebook group so we can interact within there and we can have guides and all the content and everything. Okay, what you will learn is clarity on who and where you are, which in and of itself, as all of you ladies already know, could be a weekend. That could be a weekend retreat, but by the end of this, you're actually going to know it really fast, very quickly. I have a huge sense of urgency about this. I want you to get results and I want you to get them fast. So by the end of your first coaching session with me, you're going to have that. You'll probably have number 2 also, at least definitely by the second. Clarity on your value and how to translate that into the right business. Who, where, what, and how to do it. Who you are, where you are now, what you want to do, and who you need to know to make it happen, as well as who you need to become to make it happen. So then we'll inner game and skills. That's a huge section. Outer game and skills, equally as huge. And then an actual strategic roadmap with tactical application. Okay, May through October. This is what happens May through October. You launch in May. We have an event in May, and then we segue into the mastermind and have another event in October. November through April, we repeat the process that you're starting on November 1st, but we also have a new group that's coming in. So that gives you an opportunity. If you choose to be a mentor and help a newcomer, you will receive a huge discount on this. And this is also your chance, if you're in the first group and you go through the second part, to scale your business. Okay, that's all. I wanted to try to keep this under 2 minutes. I'm sorry if I talk too fast, but I wanted to share those details with you. I'm so looking forward to get to know you. And as always, you're welcome to schedule a free coaching call. It's an hour long. It's not a sales pitch. It's an actual real coaching call. Thank you and have a great day.